process. My name's Rebecca, and born and bred in Dunedin, went to art school there, finished when I was about 23, moved on to Christchurch to go to Teachers College, and then I got my first job in Whangarei at high school there, and I'm still in my first job 23 years later, and now I'm the head of the arts department there. It's been a lot of change in education. It's been a great job and a great creative space to be in while I've been working myself, probably more consistently working myself over the past 6 years, probably since I got married, really settled down. So that's me. So I've been in North London, I'm in Whangarei, and working away at these. Sorry, my thoughts get scrambled.
And so I'll just say, that one never made it to the wall. It got sold before, like the morning after Rebecca ordered it. That's the reason it's on the floor.
So the first time I made round art work was back in 2016. I joined with a group show in Whangarei, and the requirement was that you painted on a round board. I thought, what could I paint? Like you actually, I paint people. Which has kind of evolved over the years into more humanity ideas. But so I painted some flowers, and I think recently, at that time, we'd recently been down to Central Otago, and I just loved the blossoms and the hollyhocks and just really pretty stuff. And so I splashed a few on some round boards and set them down, and got a good reception for those. And then the second time I painted them was for a show in the same year called Intricacies and Intimacies, and it was visually, actually, it was really a rambly show. It had people, it had scenes of people, and it had these flowers, so it was quite an eclectic mix. But that particular year was our first year that we became parents to a now permanent care foster child. And so that whole show was really about whānau and the dynamics of who we'd been, who our child had been, who we are now. And the flowers that I had in that show were there because they represented memories. You know, we often use flowers for celebration or death or marriage or moments. And so I had, funny story actually, one of them was some geraniums that my great aunt, she came to visit from Dunedin, and she had cut sprigs of geraniums, put them in a suitcase and went to put them in my garden, which was so lovely. I really appreciated that, and planted them, and they grew for about a year, and then I killed them. Because I'm actually a really bad gardener, so that's why I just paint flowers. It tend to last a bit longer. So they were really popular, and so I've continued to paint them alongside my other work, and I had quite a few commissions, but I kind of stopped offering it because as an artist you really just rely on just paint my own things really. So I continued on. I painted all sorts of flowers, and then came across water lilies, and I stopped there because it just really fits with the shape, which I think is like a pond. The murky waters, and the reason on top creating that sense of water. So for the last 2 years, pretty much, the odd other floral bloom might have slipped through, but really I've just been painting those. Because I can't leave, the other ones don't seem to sit with me anymore. So that, it's a little bit about the background and how they all kind of evolved. When I first started painting them, they were really quite chunky, and it was, if you think about Whangarei, he was interested in painting light, personal lilies. Mine was more about painting colour, and they were quite blocky and chunky. And then when I stopped painting just other flowers and then ended up with water lilies, it seemed to have sort of evolved into more of a refined, more subdued, I think, less about the colour and more about, I seem to be focusing on the texture at the moment. And even, I think I thrashed my paint, so I I drag it around quite thick and then do lots of washes, and have even, like recently I've really enjoyed that mark there is just really watered down paint that I've squeezed out of a sponge. And I like the idea of working with water because it's a water scene, so that connection to the process to be like the subject matter has interested me. And a lot of these things just have happened by mistake along the way. So for me, they're at this point they're kind of more of a about an exercise in aesthetics. The smaller ones are easier to place, and these ones I have to think a little bit more about balance and space. And I think my painting style is a little bit loose, a little bit should be right. That's how I paint. I can do sort of quite tight stuff, I just get so bored, and I really love flicks and dots and dashes and suggestion more than anything else, so that's how I paint. I bought an board actually part process, so I use really nice boards from he used to live here actually, Friends by Daniel, because I found when I initially started putting on flat boards and they were hard to hang, and these are just much better quality, and you know, people are getting good quality products. The background base, as you can see, I've just really splodged on any kind of mark you can think. A little secret which I'm going to say today is I'm such a tight ass when it comes to paint that when I'm painting, I'll have a board sitting beside me, and that's when I get my paint out on. And then so I'm mixing up painting, and that actually creates a background for me which I think is less contrived and more interesting. And it's also a really nice surprise for me, because when I choose which water lily is going to go on top, I look at all the colours of all the boards that are prepared without knowing, and that sort of dictates what I'm going to put on top. And then I just mark them out, and the water lilies themselves are a little bit more controlled, and then it's really just about kind of working out, you know, where the shadow needs to be, what other shapes need to be in the background. I like the idea, a lot of this gets covered up, which is a shame in a way, but I let little bits show through because I think it's beautiful, and it also gives you that sense of depth in the pond.
Wow, that's really interesting.
So that's that, and then the gold leaf goes on, and then the craziness of resin gets poured over the top, which can be either a disaster or a happy time.
So Rebecca, back when you first exhibited down in Oamaru, did you resin them then, or was it just because that circle was given, you know, that was just your brief, and then?
I don't even know how the resin came. I think my niece and nephew were coming for the school holidays, and I was looking online for crafty things for us to do, and I came across resin, and I thought, I'll give it a crack. I might make this, and then I must have resin the boards as well. I think it'd be a good idea. And actually, when you do that, it's amazing the depth that it brings out of the work. Because it really does get something quite special, which is really interesting. I don't know how that works. There's probably a science there.
Optical.
Machine.
Yeah, that really works.
Is the resin just like one coat of resin, or do you do different layers?
No, you can do one. I mean, the resin that I use, you could, if you wanted to make a mould and put something in it, you can build it up, but you wouldn't do it all in one go because it would probably heat up too much and explode.
So it's really hot when you put it on?
No, it's not. It's not how I use it, but if you're using large quantities, it would warm up.
Is it liquid? Or
Yes.
do you...
So it's an epoxy, it's a polymer glass and epoxy resin. You've got to wear gloves.
Mask.
I had my hair out and got my hair and I got to school and I'm like, just watching it put in there. It's okay. I think I've always been quite safe with it and wear gloves because I think people have ended up with rashes and whatnot. So.
And then how long does it take to dry?
It's really, lots of things can go wrong with it, so you want to do it in a really warm time.
What would go wrong?
So in winter, if I have to put a heater on, sometimes it can go scaly,
Right.
sometimes if I don't get the mixture quite right, it dulls down.
Right.
Bugs can fly in it.
painting if that happens?
Sorry?
Has that ruined your painting if that happens?
No, so when that's happened, I've sent it back, but I've got it now that I don't actually. The only problem I have now is just making sure that it's completely level, because sometimes it will go more on one side or the other, and you can tell. Yuck's a really
So
good
a lot of
efficient
trial,
tool.
a lot of trial and error, and a lot of honing
A
their
lot of
skill. Yeah.
problems and fixing them.
Yeah.
So then so you just sand it off.
You can, not all the way through, you just need to sand off the top bar a little bit, yeah. And also, you can, a lot of the videos, that I've watched, they put boxes over the top so the ribbon falls on, which I used to do, but I've kind of got my studio set up now where it's not really an issue, and I can just leave things.
And do you work bigger than this?
No,
No.
yeah.
This is the biggest one there.
Yeah, I mean I could, but I just haven't. Are you thinking more now?
No, I'm just interested because I know I just assume that the bigger the surface area, the more difficulty with putting the resin.
Yeah, yes, doable though.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot at once or do you one at a time?
I do a bit of batch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually, thanks to me, got my boots now. It gets more. Yeah. So, but yeah, the one sort of facet to my art practice, I do work on sort of more conceptually deeper work. And these are really nice actually, just if I want to paint and I don't want anything too heavy, I can just go to the post on these. Yeah, so it's a nice, and also it generates some income so that I can work on the other things that may not make me, the same amount of money, which is really nice to be able to, for it not to come out of the general housekeeping. That's
Still be nice for you to be able to work on what you love.
I love it all.
Yeah,
I actually do.
Yeah.
And the other stuff doesn't go too bad either. So, yeah, it's awesome. I love being an artist. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming and listening. And
Any question before you wrap it up?
Missed it, but what do you paint with? Is it
acrylic.
Yeah.
I was actually listening to you with the watercolor. I cannot stand watercolor. It's like it wipes off. I don't know how to control it. And I love oils, but I'm actually so slapdash and too lazy that I can't be bothered with the cleanup. So, yeah, to be honest. But acrylics really work for me.
They have a very nice, they actually look somewhat like oil though. Like I don't know if it's the resin over top, it's got that like the extra depth that you get when you're doing the oil.
Yeah, I use quite thick, I use the golden, they're quite
Golden
heavy body.
acrylics,
Yeah, and they're gorgeous. They can look a little bit like oil paints, but quite functional in the same way.
Have you always done the foil around?
No, not here today.
No, so a couple of years ago, when I first started, I think it was that first sort of Christmas,
Yeah.
Rebecca bought some of the style, and they were on much thinner boards. They were pretty much like that kind of depth, and so there was none of the gold. Yeah.
They look very luxurious.
Yeah, so they do look very sumptuous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these are all the years of women wearing tondos. I don't think you'll wear masses of them. This one I think you had.
Yes, we had that one, and then I think there was a fuchsia.
I don't know how to read my computer. I don't know. There's been
Oh no,
so
it was
many.
this blossom one.
Yeah.
That one.
So you can see the chunky, colourful. It was all about colour, yeah. But I love the subdued, murky waters, and now so I can't go back. Sorry.
And you just work on rounds, or you
But Christmas time in my local gallery down the road, where are they? I do these tiny little square boxes, which I can't find. Oh, here's some. They're just a little, and they're like 10 centimetres.
Tiles.
Yeah, just tiny little ones, and then people can afford little cute, Christmas gifts and whatnot. Yeah.
Can you tell us about your humanitarian?
Yep. So this year's, back in 2014, I think I committed to, a serious art practice, and I thought, what do I know? I know people, so I started painting commission portraits. Which I love the idea because I love the idea of people are just the most important thing to me. It's a faith-based kind of idea. I'm a Christian, and I think humanity needs to know that they're precious and valued and loved. And so that sat well with me painting people because it was commission portraits for people wanting to honour other people. And so it was a beautiful place to start, and I got quite a few commissions, but then I just got really bored because all I could do was paint my style and their people. And while that was lovely, creatively I just needed to keep going. And so I feel now I finally found my voice with that, even though it's kind of evolved over the years. And just the importance of my faith and how people are and what they need. I want to create an idea about being important and being loved. So this year I have a solo show coming up in November called 7 Intentions and 7 Distractions, and it's about the 7 days of creation from Genesis, and then 7 deadly sins and how society is and how sort of ignoring some of the goodness of the intention of God while we're distracted at these other things can sometimes not be healthy for us. So I'm looking at the sort of the tension between an intention of goodness to a distraction of not so good. So I've just been doing a lot of test works for that, and haven't got anything finalised, but there's a lot of stuff there that I think I'm just going to go on and do. Because I think I've started out doing day one, in the beginning God created it, and so they're quite abstract. And I did day one, I think I must have done about 7 little drawings using paint and other things. Yeah, so it's all at screen for me, and soon to see. Yeah, so see how that goes.
And that's at the Whangarei.
Yeah, Magnify Artist Galleries. I have left from work for a day as well, which is good. So what did I do last year? Scratching the Surface was about people that we live with in our community, and I've interviewed a range of people from all different backgrounds, jobs, ages, faiths, and created a community of people. So I did sort of symbolic representation of a person, which was kind of a portrait in a sense, but it was just a whole lot of symbolic imagery put together to represent the person, to sort of give you a sense of their story. And so that was quite good. I don't know about you, every time I have a show, you go through this process of, that's really awesome, that's really terrible, that's awesome. Show notes, like, I hope someone tunes up, this is really exciting, and then 2 weeks later it's like, that's crap, time to move on. So,
Range of
it's
emotions.
just me.
That's not just you. That's quite a universal thing.
So, I hope I've talked too much.
Oh,